This past weekend, Toronto played home to the Juno Awards, and Calgary's Mike Morrison of Mike's Bloggity blog had a very tough assignment. He's been there all weekend long, hanging out backstage, chatting with celebrities on the red carpet, and he joins us this morning from our BT Toronto studios. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Jill. How are you?
We're doing great, and give our best to the BT Toronto team there while you're hanging out in the neighborhood. Now, I know you had...
Yes, they all say hi.
Okay, and we say hi back. You had... quite a few brushes with celebrities this weekend. You were covering the Juno Awards. And first things first, let's talk about the host, because everyone was singing Drake's praises.
Oh, it's crazy. In this city, everyone loves Drake. Drake is royalty here. So everyone kind of expected this weekend to be all about Drake. He was nominated with the most nominations for all the Juno out of all the Juno nominees, 6 nominations in total. He did an amazing job hosting. The only problem is that he went home empty-handed.
And was that a big shock for everyone who was backstage and hanging out?
Shock. Yeah, backstage it was a really big shock, because everyone kind of expected, if you're going to have your host who's going to be nominated, you're going to give him at least one award. And it became kind of awkward, and he actually made a joke about it near the end. It's kind of like having a birthday party and everyone either not showing up or not showing up with any gifts. It was just it was a weird feeling. And backstage he actually never made it back to the media room, and I'm guessing that's because he was probably disappointed and didn't want to face the media and answer all those questions about how he felt about not winning.
Throwing a party with no gifts or cake, no gifts for Drake.
It's happened twice to me. Yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing. Well, it wasn't a disappointment for Neil Young, who came out for the first time in 30 years to accept some very special awards. And what are your impressions about Neil Young?
Do you know what? It's really great, because I think Neil Young is a great example of how the Junos are changing. A couple years ago, I think they were very top 40 friendly, very pop, and Neil Young was the star this weekend. There was awards given out on Saturday and Sunday night, and everyone was just in awe of him. He won 2 Junos, and then he picked up a humanitarian award as well. And every time he came backstage, anytime he got to the microphone, he used that time to talk about all the great causes. And it was really funny backstage. He also talked about how he thought music should be free and how everything should be streamed, and artists need to find new ways of making money. And for someone like Neil Young, who's a little bit older and not very tech savvy, we kind of assumed, he really knew what he was talking about when it came to the industry changing, and it was really refreshing that he had this great perspective on it.
He wasn't coming backstage trying to sell records. He's with the times.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he was very friendly, answered a lot of questions, sometimes a little vague. I got to ask him a question, and he was really nice, and everyone was just really excited to see him.
You got to ask a question to Shania Twain. I know you're a big fan, and she's the lady that you were hoping to see.
I was so excited. I asked her what it felt like to be an icon, like if she felt iconic, because that was a word that everyone mentioned this weekend, how iconic Shania Twain was, and she is an icon. And she said, it took me a while to she was talking to me, and I kind of was like, oh, she's talking to me, I have to listen, and I was recording it luckily, and I listened back to it. And she just said that she never felt like that, and that she feels humbled when she comes to things like this, and people start tearing up, and people start, getting really like the shakes around her. But she was really nice, very friendly, talked. I kind of thought she'd only answer 1 or 2 questions backstage, but she stayed probably for 20 minutes just answering every question that she could answer.
A down-home girl, and we want to give really quickly, we have 30 seconds, Mike, props to an Alberta girl who took home some trophies.
This weekend was full of a lot of surprises, and Quantitia from Edmonton, she's a radio contest winner. She actually was nominated for Best R&B Soul recording. She doesn't have an album. She was only really single. She's an independent artist, and she won an award, which is amazing, because she's only 18 years old, and she was shocked, and everyone was shocked because no one knew who she was. And so to have someone in Edmonton, not the most urban of places, win an award for R&B Soul, it was really special. And I talked to her on the red carpet, and she couldn't believe it. And she said she really hoped that this helped her get a record deal, which is such a weird thing to say after winning an award. To
have a Juno and no record deal. Well, big night for Quantitia. Great work, Mike. You're going to recover now after a busy weekend?
Yes, a little vacation for me now. I'm very excited.
Okay, well, we appreciate all of your hard work, and of course we can see you'll have a column in Metro and Mike's Bloggity blog as well. You've been doing all mediums this weekend.
I'm all over the place, and I'm really excited to hear Jerry Love sing. I think she could be a potential Juno nominee next year.
Okay, maybe you can hook that up for us. Thanks very much, Mike. Have a great vacation.
Thanks, Jill. Great seeing you.
Great to see you, too. Mike Morrison from Mike's Bloggity blog reporting live from Toronto on the Junos this past weekend.